Hello TVCC students, this is Melissa Vargas from the Writing Lab, and this video is meant to help you understand what we do and to know where to find the schedules for the Writing Lab. So first of all, if you go to the TVCC website, you can go to Academic Programs and Departments, and then scroll down to Academic Departments and click on English Foreign Language, and that's where you'll find our department's information. You'll see on the left-hand side here that there's information about the Writing Lab in general, and then we do have two locations, so you'll see schedules for both Ontario and Caldwell. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the Writing Lab in general. As this introduction tells you, you don't have to just come in for writing papers for your Writing 121 and other writing classes. You can come in for any kind of writing assignment. So if you have a biology paper, a sociology paper, you can come in to get some help with that, whether it's help generating ideas, if it's help knowing if your organization works well, or even help with documentation. You can come in for any of those issues. You can also come in, of course, for your writing classes, and that's what we help with the most, is with those writing classes, because those tend to have the most challenging requirements. And then, of course, you can come in for speech as well and get help with writing your speeches and documenting your sources for speech classes. In addition to helping with coursework, we can also help with application letters, scholarship essays, any kind of work that you want to make sure is correct, is organized, fulfills requirements. You don't have to just come in for TVCC assignments. You can also come in to work if you need a quiet place to work. If you want to work on your essay and like having someone you can ask questions as you work, but you don't necessarily need someone to read your paper, you can do that. And you can come in for extra help with grammar, mechanics. We have some worksheets you can use, just a lot of different things. So don't feel like you can only come in when you have an essay completed and want someone to read it. If you look at this information here, you'll see information about how it works, and I'm not going to read through all of that, but I will emphasize that we do ask you to check in when you come in. There are check-in stations in both writing labs, in Caldwell and in Ontario, and we ask you to do that because it helps us justify funding for the writing lab. So it's really important that if you want us here, you check in. Come prepared, know what you want help with, unless you really need guidance getting started and want us to go through your assignment with you. And you'll see additional guidance here as well. One thing we emphasize is that we can't just totally proofread or correct or reorganize your papers for you. This is really a student-led practice in the writing lab. We are here to help you become better writer, which means we're here to help you learn how to use the tools that you have. And so we'll provide a lot of guidance, but we won't correct your papers entirely for you. So when you want to visit the lab, if you want to come to the Ontario campus, you can click here for Writing Lab hours, and these will be updated for each quarter. And if you ever see that they're not updated, please let someone in the Writing Lab know so that we can get on that. So to read this, what you see here is these time slots that each instructor will be assigned, whoever happens to be in the Writing Lab each quarter. And the way you read this is, for example, this quarter for spring 2018, Mr. Gill was in the Writing Lab from 7:30 until 9:30. So you see that line is where we cut off the time. And so to look for when we're not here, you look at that as well. So 9:30 until noon, the lab was closed on Mondays here. And so that way you're not confused about when we're actually in the lab. And at the bottom of this, you'll also see some more information about policies. And then you can do the same for the Caldwell Writing Lab. And you'll note that Barber Hall, room 105, is the location of the Ontario lab. The Caldwell Writing Lab is downstairs in the Caldwell building. So same thing, you can see when the hours are. We can't guarantee Saturday hours. We typically have not had those in Ontario, and we can't guarantee that you'll have those in Caldwell going forward. So that's some information about how to read the schedule and a little bit about what to expect from the lab. If you do have any other questions or concerns, you're welcome to stop by the lab and just check in and find out what you can do. You can talk to your writing instructor or English instructor if you're curious and want to talk to them. Please note that the lab hours will fluctuate based on staff availability. So we do the best we can to staff the lab, but that really comes down to how many people we have available and the hours that they can work. So please be patient with us when our hours aren't ideal. I hope you are find the writing lab helpful and have a good quarter. Thank you.